Come at a good time for your team?
Yeah, I think so. In the same point, we're rolling along playing pretty good winning games. So there's two ways of looking at it. But we have played a lot, and and in a short period of time. So eventually that is going to catch up with you. So I think it breaks it up better that we practice today, day off tomorrow, practice, and then away we go.
You have five straight games against Western opponents. And I'm just wondering, when you're a little less familiar with the opponent in terms of not playing them as much, how does that go into your pre-scout and all of that?
Well, what I've noticed, the West and East, it is a little bit different. A lot of the teams in the West are heavier. Nashville being a real heavy team that we've just finished playing. Washington in the East is more like the West. They're real heavy. But then, we played Columbus last night, and they're real fast. So there's different styles, but you adjust quickly. And for us, we've got 3 days to get ready for Seattle. Watched them last night. They're fast. They work. They're fast. Their D are really big. So we're going to have to get up to speed on that practice day and really move because, from what I've seen, I've watched them a bit. They're a real quick team. But every team's different. Then you've got Nashville that's real heavy behind them, which we've already played. But by the end of the first period, you got to adjust.
Just looking at your record, and I kind of went back to that game November 25th in Anaheim. Do you think in that stretch you've done a better job of handling the highs and the lows and maybe staying on an even keel as a group?
Yeah, I'd say that. We've reset fairly quick. I also think we've gotten some results that we didn't get earlier. There was a lot of those games that we outchanced, outplayed teams, and just didn't get the results. And then there's some games of late that we've won that we got outchanced. And I just think sometimes it always evens out. You've got to look at whether you're winning or losing. It's pro sports, you got to win. But when you're winning but you're actually losing the game, chances and what have you, you've got to make those adjustments or you're going to lose real quick behind it. I think we've made adjustments, the players have, as to they know when we've played good or bad, win or lose.
And how much of a factor has goaltending played in all of this?
Well, it's the whole league. You look at some teams go in, you'll look, and the team will outshoot them, outchance them, analytically, everything, and then the team wins, and the goalie's unreal. It happens lots in this league, and the teams with the best goalies are usually near the top.
You've got 4 players. The organization's got 4 players in the semifinals today in the World Juniors. What does that do for the organization? What kind of experience is that for the players?
Well, just individually as a person, what an experience to be a part of. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. For the organization, it just shows there's more guys coming. And that's when the organization's healthy, is when you constantly got guys pushing from underneath to take jobs. And that's, how teams are able to be successful for a long time. Clearly, you need the stars, to have that base. And I think we have a real good base here. And then there just has to be more and more people pushing from underneath when you've got, the Clevins and the Bouchers and these kids, eventually are going to take jobs.
They can't buy that kind of experience, right?
No, you can't. And there's no higher pressure situation than that. Especially, Canada and U.S., when they have everyone watching, same time zone as maybe, some other people back home. And just how much people get involved and how many people are going to watch that game tonight, you're not going to be able to get that experience anywhere.
For 2 starts in a row, would that give Talbot a bit of a reset? Or?
Yeah, I think he played so many games in December. It's Forzy's ex-team. He's always played good against Columbus. Let's not forget, Telby carried us in December for lots of it and was real good. We need both guys going. I think right now we have the guys going, and we got to continue to use both.
Norris, yesterday, I just wondered, watching him again today, taking part in regular drills in a regular jersey. So, where is he at in terms of, what stage? Is it just about re-strengthening?
Yeah, it's about him feeling comfortable and being able to do everything. The more he does in practice, the more maybe he feels a little bit comfortable, but he's talked to the doctors, and he's still, there's not a date set on his return. It's just when he feels like he's almost there, then we'll really start to push him and then see if he can come back.
Is it fair to say that Parker Kelly's game in the last, 3 weeks or so has elevated? And if so, is there a particular reason why you think he's been a little bit more effective?
Well, for sure it has. He lost his confidence. You could clearly see there, early in the year. Last year he scored some goals, was really playing great at the end, and I think he came into camp, he got hurt, missed some exhibition games, just never really got going. He scores a goal. I don't know if it was the father's trip or when his dad was here, and it was like the weight of the world just dropped off him, and then all of a sudden he's holding on to pucks, he's skating, and he's super effective. I mean, the other team's yelling at him half the game. You know you're doing your job when you've got people coming to the bench, every TV timeout telling them to stop. That's when you know you're doing your job.
To be in practice today?
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He likes to skate. He knows what tomorrow off. Older guys have to. I think the myth is you skate less. You got to skate more. You got to keep your body going. And I think that's what he wanted to do, is just get it going so that block that shot. He's going to be fine. But if he sits around all day, maybe it's real stiff and sore. So he skates today. He'll be fine.